Hey, Chad Hymas here. Welcome to this week's Roll with Safety Tip. Welcome back from Casper, Wyoming, a place that I enjoy coming to visit, and definitely God's country, elk country, deer country, wildlife everywhere. And I'm in a community where we are teaching, I'm at a college actually today, where they're teaching young kids how to be diesel mechanics. So I get to spend time with these guys today, and what a great venue. With that said, today's topic is stress. Stress is a major contributor to unsafe acts, people getting hurt and injured. And so I want to give you some tangible tools that you can use to control stress in your life, to help us be more effective, safer people, better contributors to our workforce and to those people that we associate with. So with that, here's principle number one. How do we counter stress? Number one is this: focus on what you have and what you can control, not on what you've lost and what you can't control. Let me give you an example. My hands, they're numb. I can't control them. I mean, they just kind of sit there. They're very bony in structure. The pigment's not that great. I use my hands for a lot, but I can't really control them. I can't control the fact that they're curled. It's just the way that it is. In fact, not just my hands, 95% of my body. If I were to focus on that 95% that I've lost or that I have no control over, you can imagine what kind of a person I would be. I think, well, I've done it before. I'm miserable. I'm not happy. I'm not a contributor to society. I don't get along well with my wife or my children when I focus on what I have absolutely no control over versus what I do have control over. Now, what I do have control over is I can control my wrist. That's a benefit because that helps me use the fingers a little bit. When I move the wrist up in the air, I can grip a pencil or a pen or a fork to eat food or cut up a steak. I can't control my shoulders. I can't control what comes in my mouth or what comes out of my mouth. Probably should move the hand the other way. What comes in my mouth, what goes out my mouth, I can't control that. I can't control my thoughts as well. And so the point being this: focus on what you can control. Don't put a big number on what you cannot. You'll find that you're more productive, you're more successful, and more will come to you in that process. Principle number two: how do you counter stress? Attitude. Now, we talk about attitude a lot, but you do have control over that. And believe it or not, attitude is a reflection of those that are around you. A good way to test this is to go into your home and not be happy, be ticked. Watch what your kids do when you're not happy. Watch what the dog does. Watch what your spouse does when you show that you're not happy or your attitude is not where it should, at a par level or an average level. Watch what everybody else does around you. Their reflection, their attitude will show the same. They'll disappear. They'll talk back. They'll show the same attitude. So attitude is a reflection of yourself, a great mirror, an image. And the third thing, the final thing that I would like to bring up to you today is being positive versus negative. Now, we have a lot of negative things to talk about, a lot of negative things to think about in our world, and it's easy to get caught up in that on social media, the news. It's easy to get caught up in negativity. Negative people seem to conjugate with other negative people, and they just kind of talk amongst themselves, and it becomes cancerous to everybody else. It adds to your stress level, and I promise you, you're unsafe because of that. So I want you to focus on those three things to counter stress. Number one, focus on what you can control. Number two, try and look at your attitude and see what it does to the people that are around you. And three, focus on being positive. If we can look at those three things, just those three small things, watch what happens to the kind of person you become. Not only will you become a better leader, you'll become a better influencer, you'll become more happy, you'll be more productive, you'll be a better contributor to those that are in your sphere and in your realm. Until next week, this is Chad Hymas asking each one of you to roll with safety.